Years ago, you served my father in the Clone Wars. Now he begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire. I regret
the bowl. This is sunlight from the sun. Half moon.
Okay, I put on the blue filter on moon mode. On the Nikon P1000, trying to study the moon and the illusion of convexity with the very real possibility of the moon being the opposite of that, a concave bowl, B-O-W-L, receiving light and radiating it perhaps incandescently, evenly. Or is there a gradient at all times of the light strength of how the moon is being lit by the sun and to a degree self-luminous? There's no denying there's shadows within those craters, not craters. So it's being lit for sure. Can we also explore the idea of self-luminosity somehow by observing? I'm going to see what happens to the rim of the moon with the blue filter as it loses its exposure. Let's wait and see. Well, I saw a few things, a couple almost flashes, and the moon moving not evenly. Did you see those little jumps? There is no wind at all. Any movement you see is the moon. See that little pause? What was that? I haven't touched the zoom at all. Okay, I know what it was. The camera. It's just being honest, that's the truth. It was doing a focus readjustment, even though it's on. No, it's on automatic. I thought it was on manual. My mistake. It's in manual focus now. And interestingly enough, when the camera's setting up prior to pressing record, it is doing some exposuring, some metering, and recognizing bright spots so that the camera knows what brightest spots on the moon are, and of course the perimeter is lit just like that. So what's that say? It's a very real possibility that the moon has what's looking like a rim of perhaps a bowl. B-O-W-L. Yes, you heard it correctly. A concave bowl receiving light and radiating it incandescently. Perhaps there's more than just the sun lighting it. Look at that rim. Watch. Wow. Now that I have it in manual focus, the moon's movements were much more even. Did you notice? try one more, just to see that the moon wasn't jumping along. And if there's a difference when you do the automatic versus manual. So I have it in manual focus again, and I'll do a max zoom once I reset. Okay, manual focus again. Watch for the movement of the moon again. See if it's even. Look for the rim. Imagine concavity. Very even this time, isn't it? Yeah. I wouldn't think that. Having it in autofocus and the recalibrating of the exposure would cause a bounce. Might have, oh, look at that. See that flash? I know it could be camera related, but it definitely happened, didn't it? So two things I've learned. Perhaps having it in autofocus, which I very rarely do, affects what appears to be the moon kind of jumping along, when in actuality the moon isn't jumping along. It's just the camera recalibrating, perhaps. I never knew that. I thought sometimes the moon had a jumpier day compared to other days. I'm going to restart to do another video and check for moon bounce and moon. Okay, here we go. No wind. All the movement you see is the moon. Is it even? Although it's not perfectly even, pretty close. Previously I'd noticed the moon kind of bounced along, kind of like a second tick, tick, tick. Let's have a look at that rim as the exposure recalibrates. Just gonna keep it recording. I don't know. I thought I kind of saw a flash in the middle of the screen. I can't be sure though. I'd have to slow it down. Maybe those are clouds. That's why it kind of looks hazy. Yep, there's a slight layer of haze. Very glad I filmed the moon tonight. Very glad I used that blue filter. Very glad I was able to discuss the moon being possibly concave, like a bowl with a rim. It's just nice to explore these alternative ideas about what the moon very well might be. It's more exciting because we no longer trust the authority on anything that we are told. At least I don't. Probably if you're watching this, you don't either. You want to learn. So do I. Just leave it there for a second. Imagine concavity. Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording. Go to sleep. March 25th, 2024, 11 p.m.
But this is a hollow face, don't forget. Here's the piece being turned around very slowly to show that it's hollow that side, and then this side is all in grey. You're not supposed to see this side. Normally it's just the back of the mask. We keep turning around, and this nice effect here as he suddenly pops out to you, because although it's a hollow face, he's going to suddenly pop in your imagination to be a full face.
Okay, a bowl, B-O-W-L. Casting its light, forming a halo, sun or moon halo cast from a bowl.